Hey everyone. So it's our last video finally. Pretty excited about that. So as far as these questions, I'm just gonna answer them, point out. um, so for the first question, what I learned about myself is that no matter how much I don't like to do something or however bad I am at it, I can power through it and come out pretty good and do my best. I'm not the best writer, and I have a lot of trouble saying what I want in a way that makes sense. And I tend to rephrase a lot of things and, just saying way too much in my essays. So I it takes me a really long time to write essays because I have to edit them crazy. Um, so I would just write an essay once and leave it at that, which got me nowhere. But during this course, I actually wrote it and sat down and rewrote it and all this stuff. So I did pretty good, I think, as far as I'm concerned. Um, and then for the second question, something I learned about life is that it's different for everyone, and everyone has their own perspective on it and different reasons for what they think about life. And it was really interesting to me to read about the different cultures and their reasons for why they take part in different customs. And it was just interesting that life is different for a lot of people. And then for something that my peers taught me, I think that Courtney and Lucas and Sonia were just a couple of the ones that stick out in my mind. I really liked just their perspective on the readings, I guess I could say, and they brought a lot of really good viewpoints into something that I would have never thought about if with just reading it myself. And um, they, I think a couple of them defined some words that kind of just made it a little bit more clear as to what the differences were, and just kind of helped define what the readings were about and helped me understand them a little bit more. And then for my passages that I liked, one of them is on page 510 from Gardner. Well, it's a couple of pages, but I really liked Gardner's theory of the 7 intelligences that he has: the musical intelligence, bodily kinesthetic, logical, mathematical, spatial, linguistic, interpersonal, intrapersonal. I don't know, that really makes sense to me, just the different reasons for why certain people do good in sports and not in math, or why some people are good at English and also good at sports. It just helped kind of give a reason for why there's so many different things that someone can be good or bad at, without really any specific reason. I mean, even if someone studies the same amount, doesn't mean that they're gonna get the same grade. So I really liked his theory on that. And then the other one that I liked is on page 564. And it's the 31st paragraph, under Ramachandran, however you say his name. And it's the paragraph where he talks about conjuring up a mental picture of a clown in front of him, and that he doesn't confuse it with reality, partly because his brain has access to the internal command that he gives himself. So it's not a hallucination because he is expecting to visualize a clown, and so that's what he sees, is because he told himself to put that picture in his head. But if the expectation mechanism in the brain doesn't work, then you would be unable to tell between a clown that you're imagining or an actual clown. So you would hallucinate and be unable to differentiate between fantasy and reality. I thought that was really interesting because I never really have heard or read up on why people get hallucinations and the reasoning for that. So that was really interesting to me to read and just to kind of understand a little bit better. And then for the next question, on new ideas, I don't like new ideas. And I will say that when we first had to do these videos, I was not happy at all. I'm not, I don't know. I only say what I want to say or need to say, and a lot of the times I don't really have anything in particular that I need to say, so I just don't say anything. But the videos, they were good. Looking back, they were helpful in just kind of making it a little bit more personal. But it did take me a while to get used to them. And let's see. For the next question, what grade do I think I deserve? Well, I think I'm kind of hoping for, B plus. I think my essays did get better. I got better at making myself re-edit them 50 million times and trying to understand the readings and, just kind of trying to teach myself how to write better and all these things. So, but I will say this is the first online class I've taken, and I'm not really sure what, okay. I don't feel like I got very much teaching, or I was taught very much. Maybe this is how all online classes are. I know it's hard to have really a student-teacher relationship, and being able to teach someone over the computer. But I just didn't really feel like there was much direction in how to better write and explain the ideas and all of that stuff. Some of the links were helpful. Some of them were not helpful. And I kind of felt like they were kind of a waste of my time to try and find. But, once again, I don't know how other online classes are, so that could just be the online aspect of teaching. And I also felt like it was a little bit more of a sociology class than an English writing class. The readings were interesting. And I liked them for the most part, but I just feel like the discussions and everything else was a little bit more focused on everyone's opinion of the readings, which I don't think needs to be in an English writing class, but that's my opinion also.